Hi guys, it's Lisa with Losing Lisa RNY. I apologize for being MIA for so long, but life kind of just got crazy. I went back to work, and I think I had done a video saying that I was going back to work. And yeah, it's been just crazy. Life, Christmas, got married, had to plan a wedding in like 2.5 weeks. Maybe it was 3 weeks, but it was a short period of time. And no, I'm not pregnant. It's not possible, trust me. But my husband needed health insurance by January 1st. His was running out, and you know, he contemplated back and forth whether we should get married just so he could be on my insurance. And he wasn't going to. He was going to pay the $600 a month to get his own private insurance. And I just, one day I said to him, I said, that's crazy. $600 a month. What is going to change if we get married? The only thing that's going to change is my last name, and we're going to have a piece of paper that says we're married. And, you know, I'll be able to do medical things that I wasn't able to deal with before. Meaning, you know, if he's in the hospital, I can make medical decisions where I couldn't do that before as just his significant other. So anyway, I'm back. And if you haven't guessed, I'm at my goal weight. I reached my goal weight on December 19th of 2018. I started the whole program with Dr. Topless. Let's start out with the stats. My heaviest weight was 291.4. That was on December 21st of 2018. No, sorry, 2017. I had my gastric bypass surgery on March 27th of 2018 with Dr. Topless at Holyoke Medical Center in Holyoke, Massachusetts. My surgery weight was 255.8. And I believe I have lost weight every week. May not always be a lot, but I have lost weight every single week since I started this journey. So my first appointment was with the physician's assistant, Alana, and that was on December 21st of 2017. And that's when I started the weight loss program. You know, I was eating 3 protein bars a day and 1 meal of 4 ounces of protein and whatever veg. I don't remember how much vegetable I was eating, but it was a normal size meal for a normal person. And the first few days I remember being really tough. I was very hungry, but I got through it, and I stuck to plan 100%. I did not deviate at all. And by the middle of March, beginning of March, I was getting the call saying that I was approved through the insurance company. Actually, I was getting the call saying that Dr. Topless wanted to see me earlier than my scheduled appointment. I don't remember when the appointment was, but he wanted to see me earlier. So I made the appointment with them, and I said, is everything okay? And the person that was making the appointment said to me, absolutely, everything's fine. You're doing wonderful. That's why he wants to see you sooner than your appointment was scheduled. It's like, okay, good. That's a good thing to hear. So I went in, I met with him. I at first did not think I was going to do the surgery, but then as I was going through the program a little bit more, I realized that the surgery might be the right way for me to go. So we talked to Dr. Topless. My husband was with me, significant other at the time was with me, and he was not convinced that I should have the surgery. He thought that what I was doing was working and I should stick with that. Well, Dr. Avtopoulos basically said to both of us that without the surgery, there was no way I was going to get to the weight that I needed to be, which his goal for me was 149. So we talked about what surgery I should do, and he kind of left it up to me. He said, you know, it's up to you which one you decide to do. And he had given me all the pros and cons about both surgeries, and given how much I had to lose and the fact that I had already had severe GERD and heartburn. I chose to go with the gastric bypass because there's a much less chance of having heartburn with the bypass. GERD and heartburn can actually get worse with the sleeve. And given how much I still had to lose, I thought the bypass was the appropriate way for me to go. And as soon as I said that, Dr. Avtopoulos said, good decision. That's what I would have done. Like, why didn't you just tell me that? But anyway, he submitted it to the insurance, and within a very short period of time, I had the approval from them. And March 27th is when I had my bypass surgery. I was very excited and very nervous a few days before and the day of surgery. You know, obviously things can happen. It's surgery. Anything can happen. But for the most part, everything went okay. I did have a longer surgery than was expected. He was in there for 5 hours instead of 3. I had had my gallbladder removed when I was 21, so 16 years ago. Not 16, no, not 16. I wish it was 16. 26 years ago. And I guess things were just, my liver was fused to my stomach. And he had to remove that before he could obviously do the surgery. And I just had a bunch of fusion going on for whatever reason. So he had to fix that, and he almost gave up. He almost said, I can't do this. But he said that, you know, I had come so far and done so well that he wanted to finish the surgery for me. So he did. So I ended up in the hospital for 2 nights instead of just the one, just because I had some extra pain, and I was taking the pain medication, which he didn't like. He was not happy with. He did give me a hard time about it. But I went home on the 29th, and I did okay. Everything was going well. I would say 3 weeks to a month after surgery, I started having severe pains. And it was anytime I took a drink of fluids. And he brought me in for an endoscopy, and he reluctantly brought me in for an endoscopy. And as soon as I woke up from the endoscopy, he told me that he wanted me to go to his office. So I went to his office, and he walked in the exam room, and he said, well, I guess the patient's always right. And that's not exactly what I wanted to hear, because I knew there was something going on. But it turned out I did have an ulcer. He said, I've never seen a patient have an ulcer this soon after surgery. And he shortly after that, he was going to Greece, because he's also got a business in Greece, or a practice in Greece. So he was going to Greece, and on the flight, he watched my video of my surgery, and he said, I didn't see anything that, should have caused the ulcer. But anyway, we took precautions. I went back on just shakes for the longest time, and I think he was letting me have yogurt maybe, you know, like 1 ounce of yogurt 1 time a day. And the ulcer healed very quickly. I was very surprised that it healed as quickly as it did. But it did. It healed very quickly. And, you know, he went in 2 to 3 weeks later, maybe a month later, to check and make sure it was healing, and it had healed. So all was good there. And I have, knock on wood, have not had any other ulcers. I have had some issues pain-wise, but it's things that I just have to get used to. It's things that I have to learn about my system and about my body. You know, it's a totally new stomach and intestinal system now that I just have to learn what the signs are. You know, I will have some pain, and sometimes, now that I'm at my goal weight, I'm starting to add more foods in. You know, I'm starting to have more carbs, not a lot more, but I am, you know, I've had some crackers, and I bought the flat out bread, which is, I think it's by Skinny Girl or something like that. It's a very thin, almost like a pita, but it's flat. It's not folded. You fold it yourself. I only eat half of one when I eat one. I tried that with falafel. The falafel did not sit well in my stomach at all. I didn't vomit or anything, thank gosh, but it didn't sit well. It caused a lot of pain. So I'm gonna stay away from falafel for a little while and see, maybe a month or so down the road, how it works, if it does the same thing. May have just been that I ate too fast, whatever. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts about, you know, figuring out what's going on with your system. You know, what helps, what doesn't help, what works, what doesn't work. I'm sad to say that I don't think I'm going to have dumping syndrome. And I know anybody that's gone through it is gonna say, be thankful that you don't. But I was hoping that was going to be one thing that would happen, because it would deter me from eating sweets. Christmas Day, there were all kinds of candies on the counter at my parents' house. You know, they still eat junk food, and I don't expect them to change their lifestyles because mine has changed so much. So there was all kinds of candy on the counter. I stayed away from most of it. I had about 6 M&Ms. And I had no dumping syndrome. And all day I did really good. I ate a very small meal at lunch. We had prime rib, and we had a broccoli cauliflower casserole, which was made with Velveeta cheese and crushed up Ritz crackers and butter on top. I did eat that. I ate very little of it. What else did I have? I had a quarter of a dinner roll. I had a quarter of a baked potato, a very small baked potato. It's probably about that big. And I had a quarter of that. I did put butter and sour cream on it. What else did I have? I guess that's it. It seems like there should have been more than that, but I guess that's all I had. And all of that was fine. You know, I did fine with it. But come the end of the night, my mother had a tray of cookies on the counter. They were covered with foil, so I could not actually see them. But she makes all the cookies every year for Christmas, and I knew what was under there. And there's a cookie that is my absolute favorite cookie in the world. And she only makes it at Christmas, and I was kind of disappointed that she actually made it this year, because I'm the only one that really likes them. I guess she likes them a little bit, but my son, I don't think, likes them, and I don't think my father likes them either. But anyway, it's a Russian tea cake, which is pretty much a pecan, kind of like a pecan sandy almost, but it's in a ball form, and then it's coated with powdered sugar as soon as it comes out of the oven. I ate one. and I had no issues with it. I had no signs of dumping syndrome whatsoever. Granted, it was only one, but I was hoping that I was going to have dumping syndrome, because now that I don't, I'm afraid that, you know, I'm not going to control myself because it doesn't affect me badly, except for weight gain, which I obviously don't want to do. I've come a long way and I don't want to go back to my old habits. And for probably a week after I ate that cookie, I beat myself up. I mean, I was in a bad funk. I got depressed. I was mad at myself. And then I finally got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I ate one cookie. A year ago, I would have eaten 10 cookies, plus all the candy that was there. Throughout the entire day, I would have been munching on candy. I would have been sick to my stomach. I would have eaten way more food. I would have had at least 2 rolls. Well, I would have had at least one entire dinner roll, maybe a second one. I would have had an entire baked potato. I would have had a huge serving of prime rib. I mean, the slices were like this big and this thick, and I would have eaten an entire piece. I wouldn't have just had 2 ounces of it. So the fact that I had 2 ounces of prime rib, a little bit of the broccoli cauliflower casserole, a quarter of a baked potato, and a quarter of a roll, and 1 cookie, I'm not beating myself up, because it's totally different than how I would have eaten in the past. And should I have had the cookie? No, I shouldn't have. And I don't recommend doing it. I don't recommend trying stuff like that, because it is going to be a trigger to go back to the way you were eating, especially if you don't have dumping syndrome. But I did it. I didn't gain weight. I had 1 cookie. And part of my problem was I had the cookie and I hid it. I didn't eat it in front of my family. I didn't eat it in front of my husband. I ate it. I snuck it. I did not eat it, which is what I used to do in the past. And I don't want to do that. If I'm going to eat something, I need to eat it in front of somebody and let them question me. And if I want it, I'm going to say, no, I really want this and I think it's going to be okay. It's 1 cookie. I'm not going to overindulge. So I need to learn to do that. And I need to learn to control myself as well. I think adding more foods in is a scary thing for me. I don't think, I know it is. Because I'm worried that something is going to be a trigger for the way I used to eat. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping I can, you know, control myself and just, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from. But I'm hoping that I can control myself and once in a while have something, but not go back to my old eating habits. I will not go back to my old eating habits. That's not going to happen. I have come too far. I have, you know, changed entirely as a person and as, you know, physically and mentally as a person. And I like the new me and I want to keep the new me. So, back to more stats. Sorry I didn't give this to you at the beginning of the video. But as of this morning, which is when I weighed in, I have lost 109.6 pounds since surgery and 145.2 pounds since the beginning of my journey on December 21st of 2017. My current weight is 146.2. So I am very, very close to my personal goal of 145.7, which puts me at exactly half my starting weight of 291.4 pounds. So I'm very close to that. I was a little bit closer before, but like I said, I haven't been working out very much. I didn't say that, but I haven't been working out very much. And I also I've been adding some more foods in to my diet. So, you know, not really losing a lot every week, if any, but I should be at maintenance right now. I do want to get down to my goal of 145.7 because it would put me at half of my starting weight, and I think that's an amazing accomplishment. So all of that being said, I actually met one of my, I think she's a subscriber, I'm not sure if she is, but I met one of my viewers at work the other day. It was very nice to meet her, and I apologize, the name is like escaping me right now. I suck with names. I'm so sorry. But it was very nice to meet you. I want to say it was Pam, but I don't know if that's right or not. It was very nice to meet her. I was actually drawing her blood, and you know, we started talking a little bit because her order was from my surgeon, Dr. Raftopoulos. So we started talking a little bit, and I told her that I had gone through the surgery in March, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, you're Lisa!" And I thought she was recognizing me from Facebook posts because I've been doing workout challenges, you know, crunches, and right now this month is a challenge for crunches, and last month was squats, and the month before that was planks, and I'm not sure what next month's going to be, but I should probably do some videos on that too. So stay tuned. I will try and do a video on next month's workout or exercise challenge, and I will, you know, try and keep you guys up to date as to what I'm doing, and so on and so forth. But I thought she was going to say she recognized me from Facebook because my doctor's office does have a Facebook page that his patients can communicate on, and so on and so forth, and post on. So I post on that, and I also post on, you know, other weight loss pages on Facebook. So I thought she was recognizing me from that, but it wasn't. It was from my YouTube videos, which I was very surprised because I don't have very many followers. I'm not super consistent about doing the videos, unfortunately, and I apologize for that. I should be more consistent. But, you know, things get in the way, and there wasn't a lot going on for me, although I guess losing weight every week is something to be proud of and, you know, share and whatever. But I thought I'd get on and, you know, let you guys know that I appreciate you guys, and I hope that something I say, anything I say, helps somebody. This can be a struggle. It really can. There can be ups and downs throughout the entire journey. And not that my journey is over. My journey is nowhere near from over. I have a lifelong journey left. And I hope that, you know, I'm able to help somebody and able to help them get through a struggle, or motivate them and let them know it's possible. It is absolutely possible. Be diligent with your diet. Do what your doctor says. And if you don't feel like you're getting the help that you need from your doctors or his team, find someone else. If they are not backing you, if they are not supporting you, if they are not telling you everything that you should be doing, find someone else. Because Dr. Raftopoulos is very strict. You know everything you should be eating and everything you shouldn't be eating. And if you don't follow him, then it's your own fault. I've seen a lot of patients with different doctors, different facilities, and their pureed diet is mashed potatoes and, you know, I'm trying to think of some of the other things that I've seen people eat on their pureed. They're just out of surgery. They're addicted to food, and their pureed diet is mashed potatoes. Something that doesn't have very much nutrition, has no protein in it, or very little protein in it, and it's gonna trigger, you know, those cravings of carbs, which we're all addicted to, whether you think you are or not. You are addicted to carbs, and you are addicted to sugar. That's why we're here. So anyway, now that I've had that little rant and my video's coming up on 25 minutes. Sorry about that. But anyway, I hope that I've helped somebody out there. I hope that, you know, I can be an inspiration to everybody. And I am going to stand up and give you somewhat of a body shot, so you can see where I'm at and how I look now. I don't know how full frame I'm going to get. I may have to do it in pieces, but we'll see what we can get. And I will show you my tummy without the pants on, because I do still have issues with my stomach. You know, I do still have, it's a small apron, but I do have an apron. I have talked about my surgeon, have talked to my surgeon about having it removed, and he said most insurance companies require you to be 18 months post-op and not losing any more weight. So I've got 9.5 months to go before, no, 8.5 months to go before we can submit it to my insurance company. So hopefully, and I'd like to get my arms done too, because these really bother me a lot. Shirts don't fit quite right because of my arms. But I like the muscles I got. Sorry, my battery thing just came up saying that my battery's low, but I do like the muscles that I have. I just want to get rid of this. So anyway, I'm going to give you a full body shot, and then I'm going to let you go, because this is already a long video, and I apologize for that. So this is what I look like from the side. I'll put my arms up so you can see. My butt's kind of flat, but there's a little butt there. And with clothes on, my belly looks pretty flat. I've got a little paunch there, but not much of one. And this is what I look like from the front. I actually have a gap, which is amazing to me. It's just to think of it. And here's the back. And the other side, not that it looks any different that way, but I am going to show you my belly. My scars are actually pretty good. I don't have, they're pretty light. I'm trying not to show too much belly. And sorry, the band of my pants and underwear. But yeah, these are all my scars right here. I have a few more than others do. I have one right above my belly button, one right there, one there. Just because he had to go in, my stomach was non-compliant, would not expand when he wanted it to. But this is my belly from the side. So I do have a lot of skin that I'd like to get rid of, let clothes fit better. But when clothes are on, the belly doesn't look too bad. Still a little paunch there, but not much. And so there's the belly, the body shot. I'm not going to show you the boobs. They are saggy, much smaller. Not too saggy. Sorry, I gotta sit down. This is gonna kill my back if I stay like this for too long. But the boobs aren't too saggy, but they are much smaller, which I expected. I think I'm probably in a 38C, maybe B cup right now. I don't expect to lose any more from my chest. Oh, I was going to give you my total inches lost since surgery. Since surgery, I have lost 58.5 inches total. That includes neck, chest, waist, hips, upper arm, forearm. I can't include the wrist in there because I didn't start measuring my wrist right away. But I'm down to a 6 1/4 inch wrist compared to what I was before, and I would have problems with a normal size adult bracelet fitting me right. And I think those are usually 7.5 inches, so I'm guessing I was 7 3/4 to 8 inches on my wrist. So thighs, calves, and ankle, and I am in a size small or medium depending on where I'm purchasing from. If it's regular adult size clothes, I am a small. If it's juniors clothes, I am a medium. Although I believe these two items are juniors and I believe they are smalls. So, small, medium, depending on what the clothing is, I guess. I don't know what my jean size is. The jeans I have right now are a size 12. I know they're all too big, but I'm still wearing them with a belt because I'm just not ready to go out and buy new jeans yet. I do need to get some, but I guess that's it. I am back, and hopefully I will continue to do at least monthly updates if I don't do, you know, every other week. I'm not going to do weekly because there's not a lot going on right now. You know, I'm at my goal weight. When I reach my personal goal, I will do a video and let you guys know. And when I get my weight loss journey tattoo, I will also let you guys see it. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I've got to go to the tattoo parlor and parlor and have them sketch it out and find out how much it's going to cost me, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't even want to know what it's going to cost. But I am determined to get this tattoo. It's going to be a monarch caterpillar going into a cocoon, and then the butterfly wings coming out as in a transformation. So, and the date of my surgery will be somewhere incorporated into the tattoo. I'm not quite sure where yet. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. I hope everyone is having a great weight loss journey, and if you're just beginning, follow your doctor's orders, and if you're not getting the support you're finding you need, find another doctor. They're out there everywhere. Make sure you're getting what you need for support, for information, and everything. Don't let them just drop you as soon as they do the surgery. You know, make sure there's follow-ups. Make sure that they're telling you what you should be eating, how much protein you should be eating, and so on and so forth. So good luck to everybody, and enjoy your friends and family. Enjoy your journey. Even the downs, you know, there's ups and downs of everything, and this journey is no different than life. So enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.